reference. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thermometer. The thermometer readings. Okay. Thanks for Shuhong. Thanks, Shuhong. Thanks for you taking us through the problems faced by the. Okay, so thank you, Shuhong, for taking us through the problems. Thank you, Shuhong, for taking us through the problems faced by the senior workers. Actually, this issue, the ageism in the workplace, is not a new one indeed, and some measures have already been taken up by the government. Now, can someone tell me? Now, can someone tell me, what do you think the government will do? Yep, so they introduce laws and regulations. Under the Retirement and Reemployment Act, it is unlawful for employers to dismiss the employees on the grounds of age. Hello, but as you know, we wait for Shuhong. But as you know, legal enforcement will only tackle the issues on the surface. There are problems below the surface, so let's take a look at them. First of all, people's mindsets won't change. I would like to give an example of how this can be an issue. Now, suppose, well, in fact, NUS requires us to take temperature twice daily and take photos of our thermometer readings. Here's an example of thermometer, right? So at first, no one will really care about it, and we won't update our temperature daily until stricter regulations put in place. So imagine if there were no such regulations again, what may happen? We still won't report our temperatures, right? So the same logic can be applied to the workplace. The stereotypes of senior people will still be there, and discrimination will still happen. The root cause of these problems has not changed. Secondly, it's easy for employers to find loopholes in the law. Although the law says we cannot fire people because they're old, employers can well give another reason. For example, they somehow lack efficiency at work. And if this fails, there is yet another reason. Thirdly, it undermines the economic competitiveness of Singapore. This may sound surprising to many of you, but let me explain. Introducing laws might increase the business cost if the business does favor younger workers. If there are foreign companies that want to enter Singapore, they need to think twice. To further illustrate this point, I'd like to move on to the next slide. Recently, MOM has penalized 5 employers for age discrimination in hiring practices. One of them is an education center called Wisdom Tree. Wisdom Tree had advertised for a senior Chinese teacher and stated its preference for candidates younger than 30 years old. Now, what do you think? Did this sound a bit offensive to you? From my personal experience, when I was working on the street in my city, I could often see some job advertisements that had a desired age range. For example, we want someone from 25 to 35 to cook. The reason may be simple. We just want more people who are energetic. And therefore, this could be a reason, a concern for certain businesses. Now, I like to move on. Where is Shu Hong? Okay, I like to move on. Not only the government, but also some firms take some measures also have limitations. Madame Devi is one of examples. Previously, she lacked confidence in taking job training due to her age. However, with encouragement from her supervisors and colleagues to take up the technology-related courses, she managed to contribute further in her workplace. However, do you think this method is going to be sustainable? Can such retraining be sustainable in terms of the cost to the business? We should notice that Madame Devi is only one of many senior workers who suffered. It's not always possible to help every worker like Madame Devi, and it could be better if the training given to them is much more enjoyable and much more suitable for the age group. Overall, the current actions adopted by the government or firms really cannot give a perfect solution. My teammates now is going to present other possible solutions that can complement the current actions. Where is Shu Hong?